What's up, everyone? Welcome back for another video. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. If you're already subscribed, thank you. You're awesome. Let's get into the video. I think I mentioned in the last video or the video before that, I did get a welder. Battery's low already. I did get a welding machine, so I am no professional at all. It was last video. I actually showed you the first weld I've ever done in my entire life, and then I did a couple more, and I don't know if I'm starting to get the hang of it, but I figured out how to weld one thing. I made a new GoPro mount. Let me show you the mount quick, I guess. There's the mount. Just an extension off the harness bar. Yeah, pretty simple, but came out pretty good, and I'm pretty happy about it. It's not perfect. It could be better, but I'm happy with it. With that being fourth and fifth attempt at welding, I guess, ever. Came out pretty decent. Flapper wheel does wonders. You could just clean up everything that looks like shit and make it look a lot neater. But reason for today's video, we're gonna start some body work, I think. So let's go over a couple of the spots on the car that need fixing. And the reasons I'm gonna do this body work is basically because, not that any of it needs to get done, but it's rust, and I want to get rid of the rust. And it is good practice for me. It will be practice just getting body work, figuring out how to do some body work for when I get when the body kit finally comes in from Japan. Still waiting on that. Hopefully like one more month. I don't know. It's been a while. Gonna try to fix some spots, and either way they're gonna get covered up. So practice makes perfect, I guess. So I showed you the welder. Got the Harbor Freight Special metalworking body hammers. I don't know if I'm gonna need them. I probably will, just to like clean some stuff up. Got a new vise just to hold some metal. The other one was a little small and flimsy, that little guy. But yeah, a lot bigger, 6-inch. I don't know if that really means anything, but ooh, yes, hold on. So first, before I show you the other idea that just popped into my head, big rust spots, rocker panels, driver side, rear tire, driver side. So let's look at these. Rust. Yeah, those are the big spots. This is completely rusted through, rotted. Then the other one also. Then rear driver side tires, wheels. This spot here, not destroyed, but bubbled up. Behind the behind the tire, kind of same thing. Trying to think if there were other spots, maybe. Well, those are the main spots I remember for right now that need fixing. Those have been bothering me for a long time. Like I said, I could fix them, and then if I really do a bad job, at least the rust will be cut out, and it's going to get covered eventually when the body kit comes. The other idea I just had, I don't have sheet metal for it. I'll explain the sheet metal situation in a second, but this hole in my hood. I feel like this would be a nice project. I'm trying to figure out how to cover this up, sand it flat, make it look decent. That might be a project that needs to happen. Once again, practice makes perfect. Oh yeah, I wanted to shave this off, also, the antenna. This might get shaved. So, removable cut piece, weld on, and then we're good. Now, since those are all low spots, plus I don't want to destroy my wheels, I'm going to jack this car up, going to try to get it nice and high in the air. Swap the wheels out. I have a old like spare set of 350Z wheels. Swap those out so I don't have to worry about destroying these, and then we'll figure out which one we're going to try to fix first. I don't know yet. Might do the one at the back over there. I don't know yet. 2 jacks on this side, the other one's underneath the frame rail. Didn't put it on the pinch welds, even though my pinch welds are already destroyed. That's why I usually do it. Gonna have to cut stuff out right on, kind of right there. So let's talk about sheet metal. All right, so this one I actually don't know what this is. Thickness. I have 16 gauge, which is this sheet, and then this is 22 gauge. The higher the number, the more flimsy it is. So 16 gauge is thick. From my research, car bodies, car exterior body panels, whatever, are usually either 18 gauge or 20 gauge. I would assume most of the time you're looking at a 20 gauge because it's probably cheaper and makes the car lighter. 18 gauge is probably the older stuff. Just my assumption, I really don't know. But for these pieces that I'm gonna fix, I'm gonna use the 22 gauge, just because it should be easier for me to bend it into shape, especially down there on the rocker panel. Yeah, that's gonna have to get bent and then welded in. The one on the rear fender, I was thinking of actually cutting a flat piece, bending it, welding it in, and then cutting a piece for like the wheel arch. Like as if this was the piece that's going on the fender and shaped nice, and then this would be the other piece, just weld them together instead of trying to bend it to that arc and match it. So might do that. Actually thinking of doing that back one first because that might be easier, but I don't know. I decided I'm gonna at least cut some of the stuff out first and then we'll see which ones we're gonna fix. So rocker panel. This was more rusted than I thought. I never really took a good look at it, but here you go. Well, there you go. So let me get the cutter, got the grinding wheel. I'm gonna cut this off. Alright, so did that one section. I don't know if you were able to get a good view of it, but that's what was cut out, that stuff. This little rectangular section should be pretty good. This one, I'm going to have to take the fender off, so I took the wheel back off, bunch of bolts to remove this. Didn't really want to have to get that in depth with this. I thought I could just cut everything the way it is, but where that front one is, fender's got to come off. So I'm going to take that off quick. Then we're going to cut out the rear stuff and then look into maybe trying to make a patch. I took the fender off because that's right on that body line, so I'm going to have to weld it and then sand it down. So that's why that's off. Like while I'm down here, I should like attempt to fix this stuff, but maybe I'll just sand it down and spray it. Maybe, I don't know. Let me get the grinding. I think I decided I'm gonna do that. Take that one off, and then definitely try to patch that one today because then I can put the fender and everything back together. Sounds like a plan. Now this is the part where I try to figure out a way to make a template to fill that. I don't know what method I'm going to try to use. If I was able to like measure it somehow and then just cut the metal and then bend it in place. I don't know. Gonna figure something out. Oh god, there's a lot of shards of metal here. Hold on. I got a game plan. I'm gonna take painter's tape. And I'm going to go around the perimeter of this with the painter's tape. Then hopefully I can peel it all off in one piece, put it on the metal, then I know what I got to cut out. In my mind that works. Here goes nothing. Gonna try to tack it in a couple spots and then bend it as I tack. Don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna try it. Like I said earlier, this is all gonna get covered. That's why I'm practicing on this, just in case I run into a spot that is actually gonna show eventually. But just gonna try to tack it here, I guess, and move along. Hey, tacked it on. All right, I'm just gonna continue doing this and try to flush it off, I guess, as I go. Might have to cut this one off, but we're doing it. I will see you in a minute. All right, so it's like kind of, well, my hair's a mess. Let's do this instead. Oh wait, hold on. There we go, it's better. All right, so it's kind of welded up. We're actually not gonna talk about it. Okay, looks like shit. This is exactly why we did it on that one first, as practice, because it will get covered by the side skirts whenever the hell they come. But I am probably just going to try to like body filler it, make it look better. I'll show you from far away. That's all you're getting. Mildly embarrassed with how shitty it came out. So since that one came out so horrible, / good, yeah, whatever. Since that one came out pretty bad, gonna move to the ones on the rear fender because I can't, my legs are killing me from sitting on the floor for the past 2 days. This is actually the second day. I gave up yesterday, then decided to come out today to kind of finish that. Started to look into doing the one on the front side of the rear fender. Sanded it down a little bit just to get a better look at it, and this is what we're working with. So I think you can actually see my finger go from the back. That's completely through. This one's pretty bad too, so that was my phone. I'm gonna try to tackle this one right here. Oh yeah, body filler. You can see it there. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show you how much is there. This is a pretty thick amount. I want to say it's about that thick body filler. Who knows how far up it goes. Car is covered in dust. Car's covered in dust. Didn't close my window until after, so the interior is covered in dust. But I'm gonna cut this one out and then figure out how we're gonna make this work. I probably shouldn't do it because my welds look like complete shit, but I already did this part. I could always cut it out again and redo it, but just gonna try to take my time doing this one. Maybe this one I'll show you what it looks like afterwards, but just gonna cut this out. First of all, since I'm not too well seasoned in this type of work, it's taking me extra long. Working on this one panel probably for a very long time. I don't even know how long. I got it welded in. Once again, it's not 100%, but I'm gonna leave it like that because I'm gonna wind up body fillering it for the meantime, going over it with primer. And then once again, this is another thing that's gonna get covered with the body kit when that finally comes in. So I'm not too concerned actually about the rocker panel anymore than I'm thinking about it, because it's really low in the car and you probably won't ever really see it the way it is, because you couldn't really tell where the rust was in the first place. Unless you were down low. But I'll show you how this looks. And then that's it. Like I said, this took me a very long time. This is how we're looking. Yes, not the greatest. I know. Like I said, I know it's not the greatest. When I put the little patch panel in, I could have lined it up a little bit better with the car body. So it was a little more flush and I'd be able to sand the welds down nice and flat, but I am going to body filler it once again. There was a couple spots where I went to weld it and it burned through. I guess it was just like, not all the spots, but only a couple spots. Maybe it was like really thin metal. Maybe the rust got to it. Maybe I didn't cut enough rust out. But that took me a little time repatching that. I actually just welded the hole shut, and that took a little while. Then grinded it down, then had to patch a little bit, a couple more divots and holes. But overall, complete pain in the ass. I will eventually fix the other one. It is raining. I'm going to get the other car in here and call it a day. So thanks for joining me. I know I did a horrible job, but practice makes perfect. So thanks for joining me. I will see you guys on the next one. Don't know what's coming up next, so just stay tuned. Subscribe, like, comment. Be kind in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next one. Welder life.